Hey guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading. This is for Tuesday the 19th of June. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I was so impressed with this tarot deck yesterday, the Sorcerer's Tarot, that I want to use it again for today's reading. Let's have a look at what the cards want you to know today and what's going to happen for you on Tuesday the 19th of June. Okay, so we've got the Magician, we have royalty here, we have the Queen or the Princess of Cups, I think it's the Queen more like, and then we have the first card of the Suit of Wands, and the first card of Wands is the Ace of Wands, so it's a blessing from the universe. This is the Ace of Wands. So let's see what this means for you on this day. The Magician is a really wonderful figure. First of all, it's a major arcana card, so it's really important. It comes after the Fool. We've got the Fool, which is a conception of an idea, and then we have the Magician following. And the Magician is the eternal, fundamental principle and truth that when you connect with the higher realms, and you channel that information through your body. He's covered in a blue cloak because blue is all about your emotions. It's about spirituality. It's about love. It's about taking care of other people. It's about being sensitive and psychic and intuitive and connected to the higher realms. When you channel that through you and you point at planet Earth with all of the suits at your disposal, because he's a human being, he masters all of these things. He's able to think. That's something we as humans, great, we can do. Even though the ego often gets in the way, we can think. Good. Pentacles is about being practical. Yes, we know how to build houses and how to build things that make us feel secure. Wands is about making ourselves happy and feeling like our life has meaning and having a life purpose. And that's a really broad thing because some people will try and solve that through therapy. Some people will try lots and lots of different jobs and try and, whittle it down through a numbers game to get to the job that they actually do like. Then he's got Cups there, and that's more emotion. So he's mastered connecting with himself, with the higher realms. He's creative, he's loving, he's kind. He's got all of that available to him, and he's mastered all of those. So he's the ultimate. The Magician is beyond the Emperor because he can take any of these things and create the miraculous and the unexpected. And he is the principle that says, you know what, if you have great dreams for your life, just wait until you make a connection with your higher self or the universe and wait and see what amazing, amazing things the universe has in store for you. Because the best thing that you could possibly imagine, the universe has something in store for you that is even... you can't even imagine it. It's that great. So that's why it's really nice that they've made the Magician like this young, good-looking guy in this blue robe, because that's really what it is. It's really an approachable kind of figure, but it's an eternal truth. That's why we have this infinity symbol here. So if you listen to your feelings today, particularly, you're going to get a lot out of it because it's just so overwhelming and it just floods everything else. So listen to your feelings. That will allow you to connect to your higher self and the higher power, like through meditation or prayer, whatever you use. If you're an intuitive person, then you're going to really be able to tune in today. So your antennas are really going to be pinging. So if you're a tarot reader or a card... a different type of card reader, so an oracle card reader or a psychic, an intuitive, a clairvoyant, someone who does Reiki healing or pranic healing, it's a good day for you. Also, if you're creative, like as a writer or as an artist or something, perfect day to start something new, start a new project. It's really going to serve you. Next card is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is such a beautiful figure because she takes a cup, a humble little goblet like that, or a humble little wooden cup like that, And because she takes care of it and because she nurtures it, she's able to bring the best out in it. So it's like taking a child and nurturing it and, bringing it up really well and giving it everything it needs to thrive, and then seeing that child thrive and loving the process of watching that. That's what the Queen of Cups is all about. She's there to facilitate other people's well-being. And she's taken this humble thing and turned it into a beautiful porcelain cup there. And it's just a very simple example of how you can transform something just by the way you approach it, just by the way you look at it. You could look at this and say, oh, what a piece of junk, I'm just going to throw this out. Or you could say, I'm so grateful I've got this, I'm going to make sure I keep it in good condition and I take care of it. And it kind of magically becomes something even better. And even though it may not change the way it looks, magically, poof, you've got a different cup there. It's something that happens inside of you. You appreciate it more because you look at it in a loving, positive way, and your perspective is in a loving, positive place, that everything around you just kind of tends to blossom and flourish and grow. So this adds to the ability to make things happen, because the Queen of Cups really allows everything to flourish. So your ideas are going to flourish, your love is going to flourish, your creative output is going to flourish. Any creative output, art, writing, sculpture, jewelry design, floristry, your intuitive ability are going to flourish as well. So again, like I said, clairvoyants, psychics, intuitives, anyone like that. And also, if you take care of people or if you love people, this is a great day to do it. So if you're a carer or a nurse, a doctor, someone like that, really great day to do this. You'll really enjoy it and you'll see results. Finally, we've got the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a blessing from the universe, and it's going to show you something today. You're going to find yourself doing something today that you hadn't planned on doing, and that's the gift of the universe, because it shows you that this is a new path that I want to go in. This is something that I want to create. This is something that I really feel passionate about. And whether it's a painting that you want to create on this day, or whether you start a new book, or whether you feel compelled to start the intuitive business or the spiritually based healing business, or starting the wellness center, or whatever it is. The Ace of Wands is a blessing from the universe, which gives you the element of fire in its purest form, which really burns away doubt and indecision, and it gives you clarity and passion and a real kind of desire to achieve a certain goal and to move towards that goal. So very similar to the magician, because he also does that. He takes the energy and he makes something happen with it. And it's beautiful that we've got the Queen of Cups in the middle of all of this, because it softens the whole thing and it makes it much more gentle. What's interesting as well are the colors. So we've got the Magician and the Ace of Wands, which are both usually associated with fire. And I don't ever think that, I use different decks all the time, but I use the decks that I'm meant to use. And for some reason, I've used this deck again. And these things that usually would be associated with red, the Magician usually doesn't wear blue, I don't think. And the Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands certainly doesn't. Because it's about life, passion, and fire and power. But today, all of those things come from listening to your feelings, connecting with your higher self, the higher realms. That's what's going to help you start something beautiful. And because you're able to listen and you have such great access to the intuitive side of yourself today, that you can love it and that you can do something with it and that you can expand on it and pour your energy into it. And she's the one who's dressed in red, and she's the Queen of Cups, so you would expect blue here. So it's your desire and your feelings which are going to turn into passion and fiery, loving energy, which will then create something beautiful and transform something in your life that was plain and simple and make it something beautiful that contains something that's really exciting and life-giving and nurturing and warming, and it takes care of you in return and all of those wonderful things. So this is a very beautiful reading because you're really able to, you're being gifted by the universe. It's giving you this amazing idea. And I like that they've used a little boy in it, because the Ace of Wands, yes, it's a gift from the universe, but it says, for instance, you're going to be an amazing paramedic. And when you get that message and you've been working as a model for the last 10 years, you're going to think, well, you're going to feel like a little boy and say, well, I know nothing about that. So it's a gift that comes along with inexperience and the kind of responsibility to have to learn about it. When you do learn about it and create, you really add something to the world that blossoms and flourishes and takes on a life of its own. So if you are creative, paint something. If you're someone who's intuitive, do readings today. Work with your intuitive gift. If you're a little lost in terms of where you're going in life, meditate, pray on it. You'll get really good messages that way. Or if you're not getting the messages, then have a reading yourself with someone, because most intuitives, the veil is so thin at the moment that they'll be able to tune in and really get the clarity that you want out of a reading. Usually in readings, people have an idea of where they're going, but it just often takes an outside, unbiased kind of eye or perspective to look at it and to either confirm something or to say, no, that's not the right way. So whichever one of those kind of circumstances you find yourself in, it's going to be a productive day ultimately. I hope you have a really wonderful, wonderful time, and that you learn something about yourself, and that you allow yourself to just flourish within yourself. Just see yourself flourish. That when it happens, it's a great feeling when something takes off for you and you can feel yourself kind of opening up and relaxing and being beautiful and showing yourself off and really being proud of what you've done, and thereby being kind and loving towards other people. That's what this day is all about. You get great things happening, and therefore you're going to feel good and you're going to give great things back. 1 and a court card, which is 1, is 2, and another 1 is 3. So 3 in numerology is about new beginnings and celebration with friends, and celebrating and communicating with those around you. We've got a family unit here. We've got a husband, a wife, and a child. So what's also obviously in the air is the love and family aspect of making it happen. She's so beautiful. I feel like a little boy approaching her, but I'm going to do it anyway because I want to meet this woman. So I'm going to go up to her and say, hey, how's it going? I'm going to do it, and that may be the beginning of a new relationship. It's a great day for things to blossom and flourish. So get ready. It looks fabulous. Have a wonderful day. I'm so glad I used these cards again. Somebody told me to use them again. Have a fabulous day. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website and order your reading there. Remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, please. Please, please, please. It would help me ever so much. And also share these videos if you could. Share it on your Facebook or Twitter. The more people share my stuff, the easier it becomes for me to maintain this and to keep doing it, because the bigger the audience, the easier it is for me to sustain doing all of the things that I do. So please take a moment and share this. If you have a spare moment, I'd be ever so grateful. I'll be with you tomorrow for the daily tarot reading. Check out the weekly horoscopes and the monthly, which I've put in a new format this month as well. So there's lots for you to look at. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.